Hello everybody, welcome in, welcome back. Really quickly, once again, I will just use a quick disclaimer. If my opinions offend you, or if you are sensitive to what we are talking about, if you are sensitive to the case or to the subject matter, then feel free to not watch the video, okay? I understand that my content is not for everyone. That's perfectly fine. When I was doing the last video about the 12-hour crib time, right? It really made me think for some reason how the girls, Celeste and Bella, did not look alike at all. And in reality, I believe that even half-sisters would share some similar traits or resemblance, right? I have a half-sister and you wouldn't even know we're half-sisters because we look so much alike. I also have full-blooded sisters, same mom and same dad, and we look like twins. How could it be that Celeste and Bella just did not resemble each other at all, right? They didn't have any similar features. They did not look like sisters at all. I find that really weird. Anyways.
So, currently kicking Chris's tail at checkers. He's not very happy about it.
Of course, you have to film it, right? Of course. You have to have the camera in your hand. You can't just engage with your husband. You can't do any activity, right, without filming it. And that is also why when people say, you didn't know her, how can you talk about her? Well, actually, we do know a lot about SW. We do know SW because of everything that's been put out, right? Not only by SW, but we also have all of her Facebook posts. We have all of her messages. We have all of the witness interviews of what they said. And so, yes, we get a very good idea of who SW was. The only thing she didn't film was when she took a fucking dump or when she took a fucking shower.
He looks at it and says, what just happened? So
she's belittling his intelligence already. And the guy had no fight in him, right? He didn't have any fight in him because usually if somebody was to say a comment like that, it would at least cause a reaction, some sort of like pause, right? But for CW, he was so used to being degraded, emasculated, and belittled that it was just another comment coming from it just didn't even faze him.
I just got done doing a three-way. While the kids are in school, I'm doing three-ways and playing checkers with Chris.
When the kids are in school, I understand she meant a three-way call, but that is a very interesting choice of words, SW. That is. Maybe she was using the lingo that she used from her past job as an escort. Maybe. I don't know. Is that escort freaking language? Are you signaling to somebody out there?
Because that's what we do. Trying to see my next move.
And who's watching this, right? Who the fuck is that bored at home that they're tuning in to watch SW and CW play checkers? You might as well watch paint dry, right? Tweedledee and Tweedledum, the two most boring and freaking idiotic people, are playing checkers.
Decisions. Right, Chris?
Yeah, I gotta make a comeback.
So he's making a comeback. It's so sad that they could never just have fun without the camera, right? There could never just be a moment that they spent together without that freaking camera, right? You know that camera, that phone? You want to know why the girls got fussy every single time SW filmed? I'll tell you why. Because the girls knew their competition for their mother's attention was the phone. And once mom picked up the phone and went live, they got fussy because they knew mom wasn't going to pay attention to them anymore. And they were starving for their mother's attention because they were in daycare all day, full time, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. And then they were in bed by 6:30. So they got home at 4:30, they were in bed by 6:30. So they had a few hours to spend with their mother every day. And what does mom do? phone time, right?
Sorry guys, someone's back up the camera. What should I move, you guys? I need another king. Let's just move this one right here. Hey Danielle, hey Caitlin, hey Keith.
Wow, you're really proving, right? SW is really showing him who's the smarter person. If she could win a game of checkers, like it takes a lot of brains, right? It takes a lot of strategy to win a game of checkers.
Let's see what Mr. Christopher is going to do.
Christopher.
Dude, you just set yourself up to be jumped again.
Who calls their husband dude? SW did not use endearing language toward anybody in her family. She never called her girls my little princess, my angel, my sweetheart, right? SW always referred to her girls in bad language, actually, right? And she was completely aware of words and the impact that positive and negative words have on a person. Referring to your husband as dude and your daughters as monsters all the time. You will never find a video of SW calling her daughters a princess, an angel, a sweetheart.
Again, do you realize this?
And I don't think you'll ever find a video of SW, I haven't seen one yet, calling CW the love of her life, right? She never refers to him as her everything, right? It's never words of adoration or praise. You can tell that SW didn't really love. She was not in love with CW. CW was a quick way out of North Carolina when shit hit the fan. She jumped on that train, okay? She had him on the back burner. She had him in the friend zone. She used him when she wanted a nice dinner. She needed a ride to the doctors, right? She wanted a shoulder to cry on. And when crap hit the fan in North Carolina, she was like, you know what, CW? I think we're in love. Let's get married and let's move to Colorado, quick.
No one likes sore losers, Christopher.
Speak for yourself, right? I wouldn't doubt it if Mr. Christopher, right? Mr. Cinderfella here, I wouldn't doubt it if the man suffering from Stockholm Syndrome lost on purpose. Because even though he didn't have much emotional maturity, right? Even though he wasn't developed that way very much, he was intelligent, right? He did know how to strategize. He did know how to take tests. He would outdo her in checkers, no doubt. I wouldn't doubt it if, to avoid any kind of ruffling of the feathers, ruffling of his wife's feathers, he lost the game on purpose.
No sore losers. He just says, I'm just gonna get jumped anyway. That's a sore loser. Hey, Sharon.
No, that is somebody facing reality. I'm just gonna get jumped anyways. Just like no matter what he does, even if he's losing at checkers, you will still drag him, you will still jump on him, right? You will still belittle him, you will still antagonize him. Doesn't matter what the guy does. Doesn't matter what he says, doesn't matter what he does. SW likes picking on her husband. That is her favorite target. And maybe Bella was her favorite target as well, because Bella looks so much like her dad.
So we're playing checkers. I just got done doing a three-way call. I love being able to work and have fun. Seriously, dude?
So much fun.
Are you just wanting to get jumped?
She's just kicking and tossing them around, right? So CW is over here. He's actually playing the game properly, acting like a normal adult, right? And we have SW over here kicking her fucking pieces, right? To make her move, she's literally throwing them and kicking them around. With her strong legs, okay? With her strong legs. I don't recall SW being a gymnast or a soccer player, but everybody mentioned she has strong legs, right? I think that's why she wore a neck brace at that one time. That was her favorite accessory, right? She went online, she bought herself an Amazon neck brace. She wore that thing like a trophy. Because what Munchausen mom would, that is a Munchausen's mom's dream accessory, right? It will garner so much sympathy. It will garner so much empathy, so many thoughts and prayers. Okay.
Oh, hey Danielle. What did you say?
Pay attention.
I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at my live feed.
Yeah, so you're not giving your husband any attention. The guy that goes to work in the oil fields, works a hard job, out in the heat, right? To provide for you a nice, cushy life, a pampered lifestyle. You don't have to work. Shit, you don't even have to watch your kids. Frick, you don't even have to frickin' do chores. He'll even do that for you. And you can't even give him the time of day. Can't even give him your undivided attention.
How many did you jump to?
I wonder what would have happened if CW started picking up the pieces and flying them too, and just kicking them around, right?
But you jumped two. You can't jump 4 legs. Right.
It does depend what.
No, you can't. You can't move from here to there.
The rules are. There are different rules. People play checkers differently.
All right, guys. I think he's cheating. Nick, help me out here. He just jumped
Nick
4
there.
spots. When you jump, you can go back and forth, but you still got to jump over people.
Is Nick there? Nick there? How do you look exactly like Nicole Kessinger, you freaking weird chameleon? All the people in this case are weird looking. Nick there and his wife, Amanda, they're fucking weird looking, right? Miss Forgotten Earring. That is a weird interview too. They were singing a different song, right? After the R family got a hold of them and shamed them into do not say what really was going on. Don't say the truth. Don't talk bad about her. And they sang a different tune. Those witnesses were influenced, in other words, okay? And people talk about a script, right? That all the witnesses seemed like they were reading from a script. Want to know why? It's because a certain family talked to all of them before they gave their statements, and they were given lines, basically. That's why they all say the same things. They all hit on the same key notes, right? Just like SW's selling points. They mention the same thing over and over. You hear it in all of their interviews, because that is what a certain family wanted people to talk about and wanted them to say.
You can, but only jumping 1 spot. If there was 2 people there, you could have jumped 2 of those little. Yeah, I think you need to YouTube that, because you're wrong, dude. Put my man back. Let's play this back again for this live feed. You guys tell me if I'm wrong or if he's wrong. So, there's Chris's king. And he's trying to, literally just take his king and jump over 2 spots to take my man. Keith said you cheated. It's not chess. Thank you, Keith. Oh, that's awesome, Nick. I am very competitive. So, but I don't like cheaters either.
Lots of guys watching her live. How would that make a man feel? How would that make a husband feel, right? If his wife not only wasn't paying attention to him when they're having a day out, on top of that, she's on live talking to other guys right in front of him. Okay, that's supposed to be perfectly fine. Well, if you are a wife, right, it's a double standard. Because if you're a wife and you're over here playing this game with your spouse, and your husband is on his phone talking to a bunch of girls and not paying attention to you, the only thing he's doing is putting you down every now and then, right? Making fun of you every now and then. How would you feel? Would that be okay? Double standard.
Yeah, I agree, Danielle. He's wrong. You can go back and forth as a king, but you can't jump 2 blank spots. That's cheating. Well, I'm teaching you the right way. We gotta teach our kids the right way, dude. Thanks, guys.
What?
They all called you out, dude. Okay, now move.
SW would love to bully. She did. Anyone that went against her, or he wasn't even going against her, right? So instead of playing checkers, he did a chess move, okay? Big fucking whoop. Big deal. But it doesn't matter what it was about. SW liked to gain this pack of people, right? So she had her pack of people online, and if somebody didn't agree with her, her pack would be sent on after them. She did it to even people that weren't interested in MLMs. She'll be like, convince her, call her, do, right? Blow her up. Tell her she needs it. Tell her to buy it. Tell her what. Trust me, SW was a bully. Okay, she bullied her own kids. And it's really funny to see the shiners, right? All the shining lights try to defend her and talk about what a great person she was. In reality, she would have been mean to all of them. She would have.
I think I have a sore loser on my hands here.
Is he acting sore? Is he throwing any kind of fit? Is he acting any kind of way? He didn't even say anything. I think he's letting her win.
Hey, Kaylee.
I honestly do.
So I'm sitting here playing checkers
You're sitting here?
while working.
While
'Cause,
working?
You know, that's how we do it.
While earning. So SW, all hail the queen, right? She was doing more than 90% of all of us women. All hail the queen. She had it all figured out. So she was a retired nurse at the age of 30, right? She's in her 30s. She was a retired nurse. She was a stay-at-home mom with kids in full-time daycare, both kids. And she was earning $500,000 a year, you guys. So
Chris is being a sore loser. Hey, Nick, we gotta come up here one night with Amanda and
she had a Lexus, right? She earned a Lexus through an MLM leased in her husband's name.
just the 4 of us. Maybe when there's that live band on Thursdays and play some checkers.
Oh my God, what fun. Sounds like a great old time. Told you guys, it's like watching paint dry.
Decisions. Yeah, we're at Flatirons. We
Taking
had
it
lunch
so
at Bad Daddy's
serious.
while the kids are in school. And
My God, right? It's not like you're at the blackjack table with a couple grand on. You're fucking playing a game of chess, right? At the park with your husband.
king me. I can't use bad language on Facebook.
What?
We're just hanging out. We should have Amanda play hooky one day and us just all go hang out somewhere. Hey, Jen.
Oh my God. Told you guys.
I don't know what the beer garden says. Never heard of it.
So, you see how much fun he was having with SW? What SW didn't take into account, right? Because she thought he was a loser. She thought that he was like a piece of crap, right? She did. She thought very lowly of him. Like I said, he was on the back burner. And the only reason why she chose CW to marry was so that she could hitch a ride out the fuck of North Carolina, okay? She could change her last name, okay? She had criminal cases against her. She had people that didn't like her because she was stealing money, embezzling, right? So her name could become Shanann, right? Put the little hyphen in there or the little apostrophe in there. And the last name changed too, right? and he had the money in the bank to get her out of Dodge, okay? Now, what SW didn't take into consideration was that maybe she should have been doing some more things that CW was interested in. She should have thought about him a little bit more because he had a wandering eye, right? She didn't ever consider that somebody else, a younger, prettier version, might pay attention to him, right? And she might do the things that he's interested in doing. She might actually have fun with him. She might actually listen to him. She might not actually be calling him names and putting him down. And she never considered that, right? Because she really thought that she had him in her freaking pocket, wrapped around her little finger. But what the abuser doesn't take into consideration is that one day somebody's going to come around, right? You might treat that person like shit every day, day in and day out. And you might give them a low self-esteem. You might work real hard at keeping them feeling low about themselves. But one day somebody's going to come and they're going to pay attention to them and they're going to make them feel happy. And they're going to give them the positive attention that they've been starving for.
But we like the flat irons. Just there's plenty of stuff for the kids to do too. You chasing at me?
Like a splash pad? Is that where you guys were? Like a splash pad, right? That video is so disturbing. I did a reaction actually to the squirt gun video too the other day, and I'm not going to post it because I was physically ill. I became physically sick when watching that. Also, the splash pad video. When I was all the way, when I first heard about this case, that was one of the first videos I saw, right? One of the first home videos I saw. And that is all the way back when I believed that CW did this out of the blues, woke up one night possessed by the devil and just killed his whole family. Anyways, that video was so weird to me, okay? At the splash pad, the girls were running around with those fountains, and the girls were having the water go up their bums, okay? No other kids were doing that, and that is not something normal. Anytime a child puts toys up their child's privates or their own privates, when you see kids doing things with their privates, you need to stop and pause, okay? And you need to talk to them and ask them why they're doing it and where they learned it, okay? And these two didn't even think it was weird to post it on the internet.
You little, it's okay. I got you. Hey, April. You can king yourself.
So this is the fun stuff that Colorado, right? She's always talking about how much she loves Colorado and that there's Colorado's this and Colorado's that. This is what they did in Colorado. Notice that it's free, right? Because honestly, they couldn't afford to do anything. They couldn't.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I love the...
That is why when CW spent money on a dinner, when SW was away, that is why she lost her fucking shit, right? She saw this fucking thing come, ding, the account was used, right? A card was swiped, oh no, right? Because they were broke.
Live music, and Saturdays is over at the Orchard.
I can understand couples if you do a big purchase, right? If you're going to spend a certain, everybody kind of has that understanding between each other, like, okay, you're going to spend anything in this realm, right? If you're going to do a big purchase of something, if it's in the thousands or maybe 500 and up or something like that, whatever based on your income, I can understand. But if you're buying a fucking $50 dinner and it causes alarm and it causes you to lose your shit, that means you broke.
All of you guys on because I want to make sure Chris doesn't continue trying to cheat. Right, Chris?
She's like, He's like, oh, let me check and see if NK texted me. Fuck this bitch.
They're watching you, dude. Are you off today, Nick?
Talk to your husband, ma'am. Your husband's standing right in front of you, right? So that is what I've been talking about, or like posting about phone addiction, which SW had a major phone addiction. Like I said, the girls were in a competition for attention from their mother, and who were they in a competition with? The phone. And even it does have a very negative, phone addiction is very negative for people. Their real relationships, the people that are right in front of their faces, their family members, their friends, their relationships will dissipate, right? It will disintegrate because this person is so just stuck on caring about what's going on online. They totally ignore the people that are sitting right in front of them. And then it gets deeper, and then there's people that can't even, right? They can't even engage in real life because they're only so used to doing it online, right? They're so, you'll see with the younger generation, people, they'll be texting each other even though they're right next to each other, right? So verbal communication, real life interaction is lost on these people because they're so stuck to the virtual world.
Mm-hmm.
Who would ever want to watch them do this?
Nice.
I mean, I understand I'm doing it now, but this is because the case is intriguing. It is after the fact, right? We know what happened, and it is one of the most infamous murder cases in America. Of course, it happened in Colorado. Colorado, like I said before, is like a weird Bermuda Triangle of weird murder cases. I don't know. That place has crazy murder energy, right? There's all the weirdest cases come out of Colorado. But that's why when people say, why do you guys still talk about it? Well, people talk about the most infamous murder cases for years and years and years. Look at JonBenet Ramsey, right? Look at Casey Anthony. For 20 years later, 25 years later, or even longer, right? People talk about Charles Manson. People talk about Ted Bundy. The most infamous murder cases will be discussed forever, okay? People will talk about them forever because they're intriguing and people want to understand them. What made these people do what, right? What makes them tick? And that's why the Watts case is really high up there in discussion, is because we don't have this much information in most cases. They dumped all this on us, and so we have a lot to dissect.
Hey, Michelle. Hey, Taylor. Hey, April. I'm playing checkers with my cheating husband. He's a cheater.
Cheating husband.
Right, Chris?
Speak that one into fruition.
Yep, you don't make up rules.
She speak that one into existence.
Fair. Go ahead, king yourself. And I'll king myself. Yep.
That's weird. Like, I just think it's so weird. I've never seen any photos or any videos of the two of them like going out to a nice fancy dinner, a nice romantic place to eat, right? This is the kind of stuff they only did, these weird free fucking park activities. Like, I have so many photos and even videos of when we go out and it's not like I post them or anything, but just to keep memory, And so I know they didn't exist here. They never went out on romantic dinners or sunset. Before the kids, there are some photos of them like walking on the beach and stuff, but those are also professional photos where somebody else was taking the pictures. You don't ever see them doing anything as a couple romantically. It's weird.
We're both competitive, except for I always win.
Guess why? He was letting you.
That's how we keep our marriage straight. I always win.
She just told the truth right there. So if SW wins, right? If SW loses, he will never hear the end of it, right? They can play this checkers game right now. He'll let her win, and that'll be the end of it. But if he doesn't let her win, they will probably play checkers until she does, or she will not freaking let it go, and she will harp on him and talk about it and talk about it and talk about it. So for women that think that this is good and this is a positive thing, it is not. It's just because your husband doesn't want to hear you fucking squawking, okay? I just want to hear your chicken cluck.
This game may be still going on when we pick up the kids.
From?
Alright guys, I think I'm probably boring you guys. If Chris tries to cheat again, I
That
will
is
definitely
true.
hop on here for you guys to fix
That
it.
is true. You are boring.
Because I don't play with any cheaters. Say goodbye, Chris.
Say bye, Chris. Say bye. Say hi, right? Props for the videos. Say hi, say bye. And then when I'm done, dose you up, lock you inside a room, right? And yes, she was a very boring person, and none of us would ever watch her, and nobody used to watch her. That's the truth. She had 2-3 people, maybe 6 if she had a really good day watching her, right? Watching her video. But yeah, she was very dull, very boring, very uninspiring, unintriguing. The reason why now her videos are interesting is because of what happened, because of the tragedy. So it is very interesting to analyze the dynamics of the relationship, right? How she used to parent. And I think all the context matters in this case. And I think that it all played a part, really. The MLMs played a part. I think the way that she treated her husband played a part. The way that she was parenting, the finance, the whole everything, right? It came together, right? Those are just little things, but you put them all together, and you take an unwanted pregnancy, and then boom, right? Blew up. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Until next time, au hui ho.